I was never a good FPS player, but this one, it really got to me, so I've dived into the great mechanics, fast-paced, intense battles, into the huge boss fight, but yeah, it still suck. Hellbreak is a first-person arena shooter, which sees us battle against various demonic creatures and our own reaction time in tight arenas with multiple platforms, numerous weapons and powerful upgrades we can unlock. It launched into early access on the 12th of June this year, and now it is time to throw a coin into the slot machine, play the first few hours of the game and see Hellbreak is a real fun or a refund. Spawning in an instantly packed arena armed with up to 2 weapons, we shoot or slash through the fast moving enemies and gain experience points with every kill. Once leveled up, we unlock additional weapons, effects for our dodge ability or grenade, attach elemental curses to our bullets or even obtain spells which help us out in a pickle. Surviving long enough lets us meet up to 2 large and unforgiving bosses per level, with either our demise or victory as an outcome of the battle. Once a round is over, we are awarded currencies to spend in a meta progression menu, which fills up the more side missions we clear out, or spend the gathered points for weapon level ups, unlocking more effects the higher the weapon gets. Jumping into an arena at first is quite manageable, with simple tormented creatures slowly creeping towards us. However, those grow larger in numbers rather quickly, filling up the arena, spawning everywhere, surrounding us in no time. With a rather limited 360-degree visibility, we have to quickly react to the indicator in the middle before taking a hit, which can become a nightmare since health regeneration is rather limited, at least at first. Only a handful of randomly dropping medpacks or a spell that has a very long cooldown can give us those sweet health points back. This is why we have to be clever when moving around and utilize the double jump and dodge abilities, while jumping pads can get us out of the danger zones and onto more safer platforms, or so you might think. The slower but numerous tormented are quickly gaining other allies, with projectile shooting demons, floating masks, or in later stages even area bombing creatures, to name a few examples. With a varied combination of threats filling up the arena, it is incredibly difficult to move around unscathed, which is why we require the very helpful upgrades after each level up. Those round limited enhancements provide us with not only faster movement speed or specific effects after staying in the air for a long time, but offer us 4 elemental properties which help us blast through the hordes. Infernal sees enemies explode in a large radius. Shock damages nearby enemies with each hit. Frostbind freezes and shatters our opponents, and Blight increases incoming damage and spreads like the plague. Those effects are essential to successfully making it through a run and can be linked to numerous parts of our toolkit. Our grenade, for example, can apply Blight to enemies, while reloading a gun makes the next few shots spread infernal, seeing us bomb the battlefield like an Apache combat helicopter. As mentioned, we are armed with 2 weapons, a grenade and a somewhat lackluster melee hit, which can further be upgraded to, for example, apply Blight, which again spreads to enemies if the initial target gets killed. The ways to deal with the onslaught of monsters are seemingly endless, especially once we unlock more and even cooler weapons like a blood beam gun or a katana. Regardless of the outcome of a run, we are rewarded with a currency, usable in the Armory or the perks section. Both are filling up with new weapons and benefits the more missions we fulfill, asking us to do a certain amount of headshots, kill enemies with Infernal and other goals to achieve. In the Armory, the newly obtained weapon, which can drop randomly during a run, are being enhanced with not only higher damage numbers, but further with up to 2 effects. The katana, for example, freezes enemies after killing a certain amount, which becomes incredibly powerful, with the charged attack sending us 2 slicing attacks. While those weapon upgrades are powerful and necessary for our success, smaller tweaks to our character can be done in the perks menu, enhancing a passive health regeneration or our overall damage, to name 2 examples. Each power-up is vital to make every run easier and hopefully result in a cleared out arena, seeing us unlock a new difficulty setting and more replayability throughout this fast-paced roguelite. Combining a quick combat system with decent graphics, superb metal music and impactful progression systems sees Hellbreak making a large leap forward on the FPS tier list, while a lackluster melee hit impact and a few tweaks to the incoming damage indicator are definitely welcome for a more well-rounded experience. Regardless of that, I would say that Hellbreak is an absolute real fun and shows even more potential for the future. Would you agree with my verdict? Let me know in the comments and don't forget to hit every button down below.